Hey guys, in today's video I'm gonna be doing a Luminary unboxing slash trying it out for the first time. So I did pick all this stuff up during the Memorial Day sale. I got a few colors on their own, and then I also bought the Diamond Pro kit. So here I'm just gonna be swatching the colors that I got individually so you guys could see those first, and then I'll get into what the kit comes with. It was a pretty good sale. I know I saved like 26 bucks, I think, so it wasn't too bad. And that's mainly why I decided to pick it up, because I've seen it so much on my For You page that I thought might as well. So here we're gonna get into the Diamond Pro kit, and I decided to pick this up because I wanted to try out the system completely to give it like a fair shot. And the color that I picked it up in was in, I think it's Peace, I'm not sure. So this that you see coming up is basically just a refill of the Peace. So if you want to use it in a bottle or if you want to use it in a pot, you can. I think after trying this out that I'm probably going to be using the pot more. That's just because of what I'm used to. Okay, so now on to the review time. If I'm being honest, I was very nervous to try this just because I'm used to working with thicker gels, so it was kind of like scary to work with a little bit of a thinner viscosity. In all actuality, I'm used to using acrylic. That's the main thing I use, but I do love gel. But I'm used to using thicker gels that aren't as running and self-leveling, so that was kind of scary just to try out for the first time, especially in a bottle. I'm used to using it in a pot with a brush, and honestly after using it in the bottle, I think that I'm gonna stick with using it in a pot. It's just my preferred method. And I feel like I can pick up more or have more control when I use a pot and a brush rather than a bottle and a brush. And there is 110% a difference between a bottle and a pot. That is 100% a fact, at least for me, as far as like how much I'm picking up with a bottle and the brush. But I digress. So now back to what I'm doing in the actual video. I'm using their Comet primer. I think it's called Comet. And so far I've had these nails on for like, I want to say like a week and a half with no lifting whatsoever. And of course that could be to my amazing prep, but I will give it to this primer. And it didn't have like a strong smell, because some primers definitely be doing that, but this one for sure didn't. So I went in blindly on how to use this. I didn't really look up a video aside from what I've seen on like my Instagram or like my YouTube For You page. I just wanted to see how user-friendly this was for me. But after seeing how they use their system, I can say like my technique was like a little sloppy, but I still love the way that they came out. And then you'll see like throughout the process also, these tips were not it. I don't really use tips, so these are like really old ones that I had, and I didn't want to use forms with this because I don't even know like how that would go. It'd probably be a disaster. So I decided to use these old ass tips that I had, and they like have this weird shape to them. I don't know what was going on, but at the end it did work out, and then you'll see that in the video how I kind of like point it out and try to add more product where the nail like dips. So if you see here that I'm like taking my hand out and then like giving it a second and then putting it back in, it's because I have really sensitive nail beds. So even that little like thin layer of gel causes a heat spike for me. So basically all I do is just like take it out for like a few seconds until it goes away and then put it back in, and then I'm fine. I did notice once I started building the product though, the heat spike was very bad. But again, that's just me. As far as how easy this system was to use, I would definitely recommend, especially when you're doing your own nails. It was so easy to use. The product is literally so self-leveling that if it weren't for these horrible tips that I'm using, I probably wouldn't have even had to finish file the top to even a few of the little bumps out, because the nail comes out perfect. And even then the nails still came out perfect. It's just they were a little bit thicker in certain areas than what I wanted, but that's just because of these disgusting gross tips that I was using. The product is so easy to use as long as you don't get it on your skin. It literally stays in place where you put that slip layer, but the minute you do get it on your skin though, it will tend to like run in that area. So you just have to be like mindful of that. And then you could see in this nasty clip of how disgusting these tips are, because I had to like build in that basically where my free edge is, where the tip is. I had to like build that up like a freaking mountain. It was horrible, but I think this is gonna be my go-to when I do it on myself, and I will definitely start doing this as a service. I do want to start using the other colors. I know that I showed in the kit that I got the color Peace, but I ended up using Grace just because that was the main color that I wanted to use. But since it was on sale, I got it separate, and then I just got Peace in the kit. So I am going in with Swipe, just to take off that tacky layer. But in all honesty, I didn't even notice if it had a tacky layer or not. I'm just so used to doing that with gel that I kind of did it. But next time I'll pay like more attention to that. Finish filing these nails was so easy. Like I did this in like 4 minutes. like not even exaggerating. And then like I said, I did have to file the top a little bit just to even out the parts that were I had to make a little thicker because of the tips. But overall though, it was so easy to file, and if it wasn't for that, you could honestly just file like the shape and you'll be good. And I also did want to add in here that this Empower top coat is by far my most favorite top coat ever. I've never used a top coat like this before. The consistency was a little bit on the thinner side, but I kid you not, I was staring at my nails at work and I can see my reflection in my nails. That's how shiny this top coat is. It's the most ridiculous thing, and if you get at least anything from Luminary, I would get their top coat. And on that note, that's pretty much it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I put a lot of time and effort, so I hope you guys like and subscribe, and I hope that it was kind of helpful. I know it wasn't really a tutorial, but I just kind of wanted you guys to see my first impressions of it basically. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Go follow my social media. Bye.